Ciao ragazzi! In this video you will learn how to use reflexive verbs. Reflexives are an important subgroup of verbs in Italian. They are verbs in which the action reflects back onto the subject. In English, examples of reflexive verbs might be things like I look at myself in the mirror, or we prepare ourselves for our exams. Italian has many more reflexive verbs than English, and sometimes a verb that is reflexive in Italian isn't reflexive in English. This will make more sense as we go along. So how do we tell if a verb is reflexive? Reflexive verbs always end in si in the infinitive form. The verb chiamarsi is a good example to start with. It means to call oneself or to be called. And this is probably one of the first verbs you ever learned in Italian, only you weren't aware of the fact that it was a reflexive verb. To conjugate a reflexive verb, or to use a reflexive verb, we need to follow a series of steps. So step 1, we remove the si ending. Step 2, the si ending doesn't disappear, but it simply moves to the front of the verb, and it transforms into what are known as reflexive pronouns. And these are mi, ti, si, ci, vi, si. These are extremely important and must always be included. Step 3. Now that the si ending is gone, we simply replace that with an e. So now, chiamare is a regular are verb, and you have lots of experience conjugating those. So remember, our are verb endings are o, I, a, iamo, ate, ano. So our verb becomes chiamo, chiami, chiama, chiamiamo, chiamate. So now we're finished, and this is our final conjugation of the reflexive verb chiamarsi. If you want to say, my name is, mi chiamo. Your name is, ti chiami. His or her name is, si chiama. Our names are, ci chiamiamo. Your plural, all of your names are, vi chiamate. And their names are, si chiamano. And here we have another example of a reflexive verb. This is mettersi, which means to put on, as in to put on clothing, to put on a jacket or to put on shoes, etc. So our steps are exactly the same. We remove the si ending, we transform it into our reflexive pronouns, and they go at the front here. So mi, ti, si, ci, vi, si. And now we add an e to the end of the verb, which becomes mettere, and it is a regular ere verb. We use the ere verb endings that we already know, and our verb becomes metto, metti, mette, mettiamo, mettete, mettono. So I put on mi metto, you put on ti metti, he or she puts on si mette, we put on ci mettiamo, all of you put on vi mettete, and they put on si mettono. One more example. Here we have the verb divertirsi, which means to have fun or to enjoy oneself. So remove the si, change it into mi, ti, si, ci, vi, si. The verb is now an ire verb, and our endings will be o, I, e, iamo, ite, ono. Therefore, I enjoy myself, mi diverto. You enjoy yourself, ti diverti. He enjoys himself or she enjoys herself, si diverte. We enjoy ourselves, ci divertiamo. You, plural, all of you, enjoy yourselves, vi divertite. And they enjoy themselves, si divertono. So, to summarize, the reflexive si ending becomes a pronoun at the beginning of the verb. Mi, ti, si, ci, vi, si. And once the si ending is gone, it's simply a matter of seeing these verbs as regular are, ere, or ire verbs, and using the endings that we know so well. So for are, o, I, a, iamo, ate, ano. For ere, o, I, e, iamo, ete, ono. And for ire, o, I, e, iamo, ite, ono. So continue to practice as much as possible. Arrivederci e buon lavoro.